Hey everyone, Micah here with Electrek, and today I'm reviewing the Spectra X electric skateboard from Walnut. This is without a doubt the weirdest electric skateboard I have ever tested. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but it might not be a good thing either. Anyway, stick around, I'll show you why. The crazy thing about this electric skateboard that separates it from all the other electric skateboards out there is that it's body weight controlled, where you lean forward to accelerate and backwards to brake. It's super innovative and it's also super weird. Let's get the tech specs out of the way here real quick so we can focus on the meat and potatoes of this board. Alright, so you're looking at an 18.5 mile an hour board with two 250 watt hub motors. The board weighs 16.5 pounds and it has a 63 watt hour battery that's good for 6 miles of range, which yes is tiny, but at least it's a swappable battery so you can pop it out and shove a freshly charged pack in its place to extend your ride. Alright, tech specs out of the way, now let's talk about riding this board. Yes, the board does have a remote, but no, you do not need to use it. That's because hidden in the deck are pressure sensors that can detect how your body is leaning on the board. Lean forward and the board knows that you want to accelerate. Lean backwards and the board knows that you want to brake. At least, that's how it works in theory. For me, it was a bit of a learning process. I've been riding it for a long time, and I've only become somewhat decent at controlling the throttle and the braking with my body weight. And it's not like I haven't ridden my fair share of electric skateboards. But this one is just so different that my brain kept feeling like it was fighting it, not wanting to lean too far forwards while I waited for the board to catch up to me, as if there was a bit of a lag between what I wanted to do and what the board was actually doing. Years of normal electric skateboarding has ingrained the thumb control into my brain, and just using my body weight to control this thing just feels odd to me. I'm succeeding, but it doesn't feel natural. And I think maybe if I'd started with this board, if I'd never experienced an electric skateboard and I just started this way, it might feel pretty natural because that would be the only control. But having ridden for years on other skateboards, I just feel so weird not having thumb control. Like when I want to brake, I know with my thumb I can instantly brake the moment I want. With this, if I lean backwards, it kind of takes a second and I'm not sure how far back I need to lean. And there's a learning curve here. But it's not the most comfortable way I've ever skateboarded. I can say that for sure. And the fact that I don't take so quickly to the mind/body control aspect is a bummer because otherwise this is actually a really nice board. I mean, the hub motors have some decent torque to them for just 250 watt motors. The grip feels good, the board is nice and lightweight for carrying, it's super convenient in that way, and I love the removable battery. I mean, I wish all electric skateboards could offer swappable batteries, though the downside here is of course that the battery capacity is pretty tiny at just 63 watt hours. For those of you that are like me and don't feel like you mesh with the body weight control, you'll be happy to know that the board seems to work really well with the included remote. You get the advantage of near instantaneous response on throttle and braking, though there still does seem to be a bit of a lag there in my opinion. But otherwise, with the remote, I can finally take advantage of the board's power and speed to their full potential, riding confidently instead of hesitantly, which is so much nicer in my opinion. I still try the hands-free operation from time to time, but I can tell that I definitely like the remote better than riding with my fingers free in the wind. The other thing I find is that sometimes I just shift my weight for comfort. You know, I just want to change how my feet are placed, or I just want to lean on a different leg for a few seconds just to sort of adjust my positioning. And if I do that on the Spectra X, suddenly I'll start braking out of nowhere. And it's, you know, if you don't plan to brake, then it can be very disconcerting. So that's another sort of just odd thing about the board, and another reason why I like using the controller with it, because I feel like I have more immediate control and I can position myself on the board without things going weird. But hey, that's kind of the cool thing about the Spectra X, that you get the choice of riding with naked fingers or with the confidence of holding onto a remote. And in that way, it is undoubtedly unlike any other electric skateboard out there. Thanks for watching everyone. I hope you enjoyed that review of the Spectra X. If you did, why don't you give this video a thumbs up? And don't forget to subscribe so you can check out all of Electrek's electric vehicle videos. We'll see you here next time.